Hey guys, how's it going? Are you tired of irritation from shaving? You tired from the same sore neck, same sore spots? Do you dread dragging these across your face? Alright, well, some things are better left old fashioned. Let's get back to that. Today I'm going to do a beard trim. Not a full shave, but I'll show you guys how to use a shavette, like this one here, and how to use a safety razor. Now this might seem a little bit outdated to you, but you know, if our grandfathers did it and their dads did it, I'm pretty sure wet shaving works. So what we're gonna do is I'll be doing one side with the shavette today, one side with the safety razor on this beard trim, just to show you guys how it all works. And I do have a Badger hair brush here. That's what you want for wet shaving, and a keg soap. There's different types of soap. There's lotion glycerin soaps, pump soaps, all kinds of them. But I prefer the old-fashioned keg because you can get a better lather and have more control over the consistency of your lather. Now, you want to shave when you get out of the shower because that's when the beard's most hydrated. If you can't shower, you want to hold a hot towel over your face for about 10 minutes. I mean, unless you want irritation, that's up to you. So what I'm doing right now is I'm working my lather up in my keg bowl here. And if you can see what I'm doing, I'm just twirling and churning the soap. Now if I need more suds or it looks too watery, I can either flip the brush to get water out, to lighten it up, or I can dip the tips just to get more water in there. But the lather will build on the sides of this, and that's what I'm going to scrape out and actually put on my face. So we get a little bit of water. Now this shavette here, I'll show you how this loads. This is a cartridge fill shavette. So the blade actually just slides right in there, under those notches. And what that blade is actually a double-edged blade, like one of these guys, and it's just split in half. You can actually buy them pre-split, or you can go ahead and just snap them like so and do your own. And the safety razor that we have here, some are 2-piece, some are 3. This is a Merkur 1904 standard issue. It's a 3-piece, so those prongs there hold the blade. That goes on to this guard or comb. This is a open comb razor, and it just goes right onto these threads. You don't got to crank it down to death like you're wrenching a car. You just got to get it tight. And there it is, with the blade slightly exposed. Now there's different variations on that. They do make slant bars of these, which is a more aggressive razor, which the blade is actually twisted within that comb, so it gets closer. So let's get going. And the key to a good shave with wet shaving is to have a very good rich lather. So don't be afraid to take your time here and really work this in. And if it seems too watery, definitely add more. Not water, but lather. And don't be afraid to get it in your beard if you're doing a beard trim like I am. You'll definitely know when you're hitting beard. So as you can see, I'm really painting this on really thick because I really want to protect my neck to not have irritation. And there's 3 ways to shave, or 3 passes we'll be making. One goes across the grain, one goes crosswise of the grain, or I guess a swipe of the grain, and one goes back up grain to get that extra close shave. Now first you may want to try just down and across, because that back up some people can't necessarily hang with the first time of wet shaving because it is such a close shave. But I will tell you, your first time doing this, you probably won't have to shave for 2 to 3 days in between. That's how close this gets. Now when you're using a chevette or straight edge, you want to use an alum block. And what that is if you wet your fingers, it's actually just alum. It's a actual rock that's found in the ground. And what it does is it helps you grip when your skin's wet. So we're going to go ahead and wet our fingers in that. And the trick is to get the skin as tight as possible. Well, straight edge. Now use extreme caution on the actual moment in time when the blade touches your skin, because that is the moment when you can get cut. But I'm using very little pressure. Very little to none on this. Basically just letting the blade go ahead and do the work itself. Alright, so there's our downstroke on that side for the chevette. Now the safety razor is a little easier. It's more like, kind of like these guys, except that you don't want to push at all. You just want to let the weight, because these are actually pretty heavy. This is probably a couple grams here. So you want to just let the weight of this rip right through that. You don't got to worry too much about keeping the skin super, super tight. And then when you get full like so, just flip it around. Alright, so there's our safety razor on that side. And then we will just add some water if we have bad irritation, which I do. I have sensitive skin. If you guys don't, you don't have to add more water. You can just relather. Some guys like to add a little more cream, which is what I'm going to do. And you really want to go in circular motions, because what this brush does is it exfoliates the hairs and the hair follicles. So I'm not like pressing the crap out of this brush. I'm just letting the brush kind of work itself. And then we're just going to paint on. Alright. So now we're going to kind of just go cross strokes of the growth. It may look like I'm just going back down again here, but the way my neckline grows, my cross stroke is actually kind of funny. It's more of a diagonal slant. Alright, so there's that side. And your Adam's apple, if you're worried about this catching your Adam's apple, one trick is to kind of swallow and then hold it. You can see how that moves that up. Another trick is to just move the skin with your alum. Move the skin kind of over from it, like so. Alright, now we'll do the cross strokes on this side with our safety razor. Alright, last one we're going to go up. And I actually had to add a little bit of water to get that lather going again. Sometimes that happens. If you have a soap that's dissipating way too quickly, then you'll know that that's a crappy soap, and we don't want to buy that again. Alright, now I'm actually going to cheat here and go ahead and do my upstrokes with just the straight, because I'm going to actually line this beard when I'm done. I would suggest not speed racing through this your first time. If you do, you're going to screw something up. Now, these things aren't particularly dangerous. You're not going to take a jugular out or anything. But, I mean, if you slip significantly, you can hurt yourself. I know, I've been doing this a while and I still take my time. Alright, so there's that. The actual beard line, I don't re-lather. I just use the cream that's in my beard. And you just go until you hit hair. Like that. You don't pull any further. You'll know when you're hitting hair. But the reason I like a straight edge better than cartridge is you get a lot more defined line. If you're a guy that likes tight lines for beards and goatees and whatnot. And you get a lot closer shave. Alright, so I'm going to knock my tops here. So we're just going to do 2 fingers across the brush. And same thing, just going to knock our tops of stopping in the hair, you know. Not going to go crazy with it. Nick myself a little bit there. And I just watch my sideburns to make sure I'm getting a good 90 in there. Now, if you do happen to nick yourself just a little bit like I did right there, and it's not even necessarily that I nicked myself, I think that's more so an ingrown hair. Excuse me a second. What you can use to take care of that or stop it right away is the alum block. Just hold it on there, rub it. It'll burn like hell for a minute, but it stops it. If it's bleeding pretty profusely, I mean not gushing, but bleeding pretty good, you can use a styptic pencil. It's almost like chalk. It's chalk-like property, and it just makes a paste on there, like so. And that's kind of, these are nice if you're trying to rush out of the house or something. You don't want to be leaving with red spots or blood everywhere. But there you go, guys. That's basically the rundown on how to use a safety razor and a Chevette. And my next video should be a little bit more detailed and intricate here. I got a Dovo straight edge on the way and a strop from Whip Dog coming. So I guess that's it for today, and I'll probably be making a couple more videos just on the introduction of wet shaving, a little more information than what I'm giving here. But I mean, today's video, this was just kind of a rundown on the basics for some of you guys who don't even know how any of this works. So hopefully it helped, and we'll see you in the next video. And if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below, guys. Thanks. Bye.